can't start giving her gas until over right here when I get over the second whoop there. And then it's just...
My name is Adam Dreier. I'm joining the Navy and I'm going into the nuclear engineering program. Well, I've had some family in the Navy and I have friends in the Navy, and they've always had great experiences with it. And with them sharing their stories with me, I've always been intrigued with it. And I feel like it's going to be a fun lifestyle change, and I'm excited for a future with it. Frederick is a pretty small town with a lot of great people in it. I graduated from Frederick High School in 2020 with a class of about 25 kids in it, so it's pretty small. Everybody knows everybody. It's kind of quiet, honestly. It's kind of hard to explain. It's more of a you got to come and see it for yourself kind of thing. And what's one thing I like about it is it's quiet. There's a lot of kids go and fish off the dock at Coon Lake. There's also a softball field, and when Family Days, which is the town event, comes up in the summer, there's a huge softball tournament and big parades that people love coming to. So this property has about 60 acres, and it butts up to a private lake.
So this is actually the Nap flowage right here. If you go on the other side, you can paddle across onto the No-No Lake. And the other side of these pines over here, if you take a look, this is all just a big private pond. A lot of duck and goose hunting in here. You can either walk out here or you can walk out over here. It's beautiful, especially when she's raining. Perfect duck hunting season.
I'm excited to just explore. I haven't been able to see much of not only the country but like the world, but because I'm very intrigued with like a lot of cultures and how they different aspects kind of work with each other, and so I kind of want to see different cultures throughout the world and just explore. Another thing that really piques my interest is history, and so I want to go see like historical monuments and stuff throughout the world. So if I ever get a chance to do that, that would definitely be up my alley.
Well, honestly, my first impression of Adam was, he was a lot like I was when I was, growing up here in Wisconsin. I was from a small town too, and graduated high school, and I wanted to go out and see the world because I knew the world was a lot bigger than not only my hometown but the state of Wisconsin.
Kind of a jack of all trades, I guess you'd say. So my main hobbies would be like dirt biking and stuff like that. I like doing that. I also like to do a lot of snowmobiling in the winter, and so my dad and I do a lot of mechanical work on small engines and things like that. I do like siding and roofing and stuff like that. It's more of a work aspect, but I just find it kind of a hobby because I think it's fun. It just kind of clicks, I do hunting in the fall and spring. I do fishing just all throughout the year. Ice fishing would probably be my most favorite. You go sit in the shack with your buddies and listen to music and fish,
Yeah. Fall, when Canada geese come in, they come flying in. They like to nest in here a lot, and a lot of ducks in the fall especially. It's pretty sweet. So you can wake up in the morning and hear them honking down here. So.
Awesome.
So I actually called them and set up an appointment to meet them in Blaine, Minnesota, and I went down there and met them the next day. And so that's how we got on track with talking. First thought was like a SWIC contract, because I want to do something cool. I like playing with guns and boats and stuff like that. So I was like, I want to do something pretty badass. And then my second thing was going to be a CB, as we were just talking about, because I have a background in construction and doing that stuff, and I think that's fun. So that was my original plan. I took the PICAT, did pretty well on that, so I went down to MEPS and took the ASVAB and did even better on that. And so that was kind of the deciding factor that, hey, we should go into the nuke, because everyone was like, nah, you could do pretty well in that. And so I was like, all right, talked to a bunch of engineers and different recruiters there, and it sounded like something I'd want to do. So yeah, no, like I said, just going to 1 year college, man, it robs your bank account. The only thing that's like set in stone is I'm gonna try to get a new truck. So
There's a pretty clear understanding across the ship that the hardest job is being in reactor department.
One of the most complex arrangement of systems we've ever engineered. Our end game is be part of a watch team that supports safe reactor operation to provide propulsion for our carriers and our submarines.
We have 3 primary ratings: electronics technician nuclear, electrician's mate, and machinist mate. As an electrician's mate, they're responsible for upholding the electric plant. Electronics technician nuclear, they're trained to operate the control systems and safety circuits for the nuclear reactor itself. And then machinist mates, we are trained for the propulsion plant and piping systems within the engine room.
We'll come down, check your flow pressure. It's in specification. Move on to your hydraulic pressure for your flow.
The job in the engineering plant in the submarine and the job in the engineering plant in the carrier are pretty much identical.
Uranium in the presence of water will cause fission. That chain reaction produces heat. We use that heat to generate steam. The steam we use for propulsion and to make electric power.
It's something that I didn't think I would ever learn coming out of high school, and it's something that I think I'm going to keep with me for the rest of my life, even if I progress outside of the Navy.
Boeing, Tesla, Amazon, Facebook, they're actively hunting for nukes that are getting out of the Navy because they know that they sit you down in front of a book and they give you some training on something that you will be able to get it right the first time.
The enlistment bonus is massive now, $40,000, just to essentially make it through the school. On top of that, re-enlistment bonus is $100,000, and you get half of that right away, so $50,000 in your bank account one day. It's pretty nice.
Anything is a good excuse to ride bikes for a day. I'm gonna go home and ride my other one now.